Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Muriel and I'll be commentating another game of Snora. This game is between LordKinjo and Aphser. They are both Rare League, pretty close to the same rank. LordKinjo is running Kathir Forest Under Depths, Aphser is running Sunderland Under Depths. And we're on the Snarling Tangle map. This is kind of my third game recorded here. I just keep seeing this map pop up. And I like this map. This is... I don't think I would say it's the best map in terms of overall balance, but it's a contender for my favorite to play on. I like having multiple fonts, multiple angles of attack. And the map has problems. The cliffs around here give a huge advantage to flying champs, teleport champs. Which lets someone with a lucky draw just grab that mid font without anything the other person can do about it. But on the whole, I like this map, despite the disparities in draws. So Aphser has a Soul Torch and a Fire Elemental. Looks like he's probably playing a fire deck. Fire Elemental is a staple in those kind of decks. Attack Fire, Fire Eater, Death Nova, Lava, Fire Aura, lots of damage. Not a particularly great rune, but it fits in with fire decks very well. And then Soul Torch is another attack fire champ. Not much damage. Its main purpose is Torch for anti-healing, which is something pretty good to be doing against an Aspect of Life. LordKinjo's champ in the mid font. Aspect of Life is nothing but a healer. A very, very good healer. Very charged heal, lay on hands, healing breath. Aspect of Life just spews healing everywhere until you kill it, which is difficult to do. And Ethereal. Ethereal is probably going to pose problems for Aphser. Doesn't look like he has any attack magic champs out. We'll see what he does. He can get some damage on it now while it's corporeal, but it can heal that right back up. LordKinjo, I'm actually surprised he's not running full faction Kathir Forest. I haven't watched one of the games in a while, so I don't know if this is a new thing or not, but he usually plays full faction Kathir Forest. I don't know if this is something he's been running or something new. He has his Bach Mistress down here grabbing the side font. Aphser has sent the Fire Elemental to the side font. Alright. Then LordKinjo has Ash the Bandit Prince down here with the two summon buddies. He's moving Aspect of Life out of the mid font, going over to keep this side font contested, which will tie up that Fire Elemental. And LordKinjo drops an Arachnoblade on the Fire Elemental, so whenever the Fire Elemental attacks, LordKinjo gets a Spider Egg, and then a Spiraling. So that's going to keep that font tied up for quite some time. Bach Mistress moves into the mid font. The Mistress doesn't have Nora Barrier upgraded, instead has plus speed and entangling attack. Which is not, the plus speed is always a good upgrade. Whenever you see something with plus speed upgrade, you almost always want to take it. Speed is the single most important stat in this game. But Nora Barrier and Entangling Attack are about on par with each other. Entangling Attack on a ranged champion really screws over melee, and Bach Mistress has absorbed the screw over range, so she can be very hard to kill with Entangling Attack. The Nora Barrier, on the other hand, makes her someone you really don't want to kill. I never noticed that before. So Aphser the Prince has his split hero equip on Murder, and looks like the sprite changes when he has Murder equipped. That's interesting. Normally he doesn't have that colorful bow. But now he does. Aphser's a good champ. Stealth, multi-attack, escape. He has Pariah, which is a fairly significant drawback. But let's see. So LordKinjo spins a lot of Nora. 90 Nora up in this font. That in this turn. He puts a Fading Recollection on Fire Elemental, so it loses its aura, meaning it can't do anything but attack the Aspect of Life in melee, where it does Majestic. And then drops an Acrid Smoke, so it can attack next turn, while it can double attack and the Aspect of Life is corporeal. That's a lot of Nora spent up here, just to keep this font contested. I mean, the Aspect of Life isn't going to take this font. Unless, what's this guy's name? Aphser. Unless Aphser just starts attacking like crazy and puts a bunch of spiderlings and ignores them and they wear down the Fire Elemental, which is unlikely. LordKinjo is probably going to keep this contested, but he's spending a lot of Nora to keep this contested. The point of keeping it contested would be to get a Nora advantage fighting down here, but he's spending all that much Nora to keep it contested. He's losing that advantage. However, he's still not in a bad position. He's got Ash, he's got the 2 summons coming in. Blade Master's got Block and Shatter. 5 speed, Mercenaries. Just they're random grunt melee. But Ash just can put out some nice damage. And he has Nora Thief. It's always a fun ability. Shall be putting more Nora advantage for LordKinjo. And he has the Mistress out. Mistress is at 26 hit points right now. Mistress will be doing some fun things. There's a Sand Spout here that's blinded these 3 champs, and if Ash and the Mistress don't move, they will stay blinded. Kinjo puts out Cave Runner. Initiative champ to get faster, except no, the Cave Runner appears to be going up here to deal with the Fire Elemental. Kinjo's putting a lot of effort into grabbing this font, and I'm not really sure why. I mean, that would explain the Fading Recollection. I mean, the Fading Recollection was good anyways to keep the aura damage from hurting the aspect. But, more importantly, Fading Recollection gets rid of Fire Eater, which lets the Cave Runner's Fire Bombs do something. And the normally I'd say Fire Elemental could take the Cave Runner one-on-one, but that Aspect of Life is there of healing, so maybe not. Down here, Kinjo's looking pretty good. He's got 4 champion against 3. 2, let's see, the Priest Knight, none of these are really strong combat champions. The Morphs more support. Priest of Fury. Priest of Fury just isn't that great of a champion in general. He has Cleansing Flames. It's kind of a utility thing. You cleanse slash the spell, but and he revealed the Kakios. Kakios might show up. So Firestorm. The Priest heals from. But the priest would heal from Fire Acolyte, so he's at full health, but still heals and takes damage from Torch. Which interestingly does not trigger the healing again for an infinite loop, but okay. Debuff Mercenary is metamorphosized. It's going to be a snail for a few turns. Ash looks like it's going to die. So that's good. Good for Aphser anyways. And yes, Ash is dead. Soul Torch is running away. It's almost dead. Apparently Aphser would rather have it alive and torching than contributing more to the fight, or soaking up attacks. Mistress moves in. Probably going to kill the Morph. Yeah, Morph's dead. So this is still looking pretty good for LordKinjo. He's got 3 champs in there against 1. 2 of them are melee and they're engaging the Priest of Fury. I was about to say what he could do is move the Mistress out here so that the Priest of Fury would be unable to attack. It has a minimum range of 3, so it would have to back away from these guys, from these 2 to attack. But if the Mistress was sitting here, then wherever it backed away, it would be engaging the Mistress, leaving it unable to move further in the turn and unable to attack anything, because there would be nothing in its range. However, instead he charms it, which means not only can it back away more easily because charm gives mobility. Being charmed gives more mobility, which I'm not sure that's how it's supposed to work, but that's how it does work. Which means you can easily just step back 2 spaces and hit something. And I don't know if Cleansing Flame is on the attack chain. If it's not, he could have attacked twice and drop the relic in the font. It's another Firestorm. Looks like the Bog Mistress is probably going to die. Something's going to die. Multiple somethings are going to die. Maybe all of them. He said no, he doesn't attack the Mistress. He instead moves back in. I'm not sure why he wouldn't attack the Mistress. It doesn't have Arrow Eater. It hasn't been attacked earlier this turn. He could have still contested the font. He definitely should have attacked the... Oh, and he surrenders. Okay. Well, that's the game.